Hey, Geek Panda here, providing guys with another one of my Panda's opinions. Now, this time I'm actually joined by Ms. Winged Lover.
What's up?
Hi. It's like, hi. So, she's here today to give our both of our opinions on pre-orders. Now, generally in the gaming community, and this can span with the whole, most of the community, the good general consensus is that we should not pre-order any more games. That pre-ordering has now become more, bad than good.
Yeah. Was how people don't want to do it and then think that they're gonna like it and then they don't.
And then you just got like some other things into the mix, like including, let's look at the past here. A publisher and a retailer will help hype up a game to get more pre-orders. Now, pre-orders basically, hey, you give the retailers money. The retailers be like, okay, we will hold you a copy of the game, and it's your
Right.
job to come pick it up and either pay it all off or vice, whichever works. So, with that though, we've been seeing like throughout the years like pre-order incentives. Like you pre-order here, you get like bonus DLC and stuff. Or what I really hate a lot is when they have retail specific DLC where you pre-order a game, but there's like a couple of different retailers like GameStop, Best Buy, Walmart, and they all each have their own unique DLC pre-order incentive, and it's
Right.
like, no, no, stop. No, I want the whole package deal here. And there are people out there that literally bought a copy from every one of them to get the exclusive stuff. And that
Oh
surprises the
wow.
shit out of
Just
me.
just buying more than one? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
just to get the DLC. And
Right?
to me, like the pre-order incentives of like all that stuff, it now it's like, okay, I don't care about it anymore. Back then, yeah, I might have, but now I'm like, I just don't care. What about you, lover?
Well, I honestly haven't really I've pre-ordered a lot of games, mostly Call of Duties, but it's like I got one and I actually got a good deal on one of the pre-orders that I got. And I got the game, I got the regular map pack, and then I got a DLC with it, which was like $39, which wasn't bad.
Yeah. So it was basically a package deal that you got.
Yeah, that's actually one of the first ones. I think they haven't they really stepped it up a little
It
where
some of
where
it.
they huh?
No, no, keep going.
Where they give you more stuff when you pre-order now? Like haven't they stepped it up some?
It's the same kind of logic where what you pre-order, you get something, and then that's it. And usually 9 times out of 10, it's not really that big. Like it's either
Yeah,
cosmetics, for your character, an extra level, a weapon skin, or something like that. Just really basic stuff. And to me, with now the digital age of gaming, where you can just easily, pre-order a game online. What I've been actually doing is pre-ordering it at almost the last possible second so I can download it. But the one thing is that I'm always worried about when I pre-order a game and buy it, and especially digital games, is it going to be
yeah,
good? Like, is the game going to live up to the hype? Because you had games in the past, like Aliens Colonial Marines, a game that was hyped up insanely and looked so damn good, but when you first started
right?
playing it, it fucking sucked. Like,
Wow,
no,
yeah.
no chance. Like, it was like they pulled a 180 on us. And there was another game just recently, No Man's Sky, that everyone was hyping up for. But when we finally played it, it was basically one man's lie. Just a bunch of broken promises, missing content, a lot of bugs and glitches. And I was so happy that I got a refund from Sony because I pre-ordered it digitally on their store, and they said
Oh,
this is a one-time only thing as a courtesy. You will get a refund, but that's it. If you want to refund another digital title that you pre-ordered, you can't do that. So I'm like, okay, no, that's fair.
well, that's cool. So at least you got a refund, because they don't let you do that, really.
Yeah, like, well, you started seeing like other services will offer it. Like, if you're a PC gamer, you got, their refund service that people are starting to use readily. But some
Yeah,
other services, it might not be the same, you might not get, be so lucky. And that's what I hate. I hate buying a game where I thought this was going to be a really great game, and the one thing when pre-ordering a game is if there are no reviews during launch week, something's up.
right?
Like I noticed that developers and like publishers will not ship out a game early to reviewers to get the review ready for the launch week and stuff like that. No, they do it after, and it's like, what are you guys trying to hide here?
Right, and they sometimes they'll usually say, "Well, you get this online beta access for probably like they'd say usually a month or so, but then it only goes on for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then they end it."
Yeah, like special, like, oh hey, it's supposed to go on for a while, and it's like, oh, it stopped and ended. Like now, like I'm very critical now with like certain games because I'm trying to rely more on reviews
Yeah.
and just to get like a heads up, like, okay, what are people saying now? About it. Is this going to be worth it? Is it not going to be worth? Like to me, pre-ordering games like this year, like, let me ask you this, Lover. Have you ever pre-ordered a game that you regret buying at all?
I I honestly don't think so because I've every game that I've gotten I've actually liked, but I thought about pre-ordering Infinite Warfare, but then it seemed like I'm not going to be too into it because Advanced Warfare I have it and I like it, but I'm not a big fan of the exosuits and stuff, so I never really pre-ordered it when it came out.
You're not missing much. It's basically Black Ops 3. For, like, I'm
Yeah,
not even joking. Like, I only bought it for the Call of Duty 4 remastered, and that was it. But
yeah. Um, is that true that they stopped the online gameplay for that?
no, it's still going strong.
It's
Actually, it's
still
like,
going. I heard someone say that they stopped it for some reason.
no, it's still going. There are probably a lot more people playing Call of Duty 4 remastered than the actual Infinite Warfare game. But
Right.
with
I don't like how the characters look in it.
yeah, with that, it's always a gamble pre-ordering a game because it's like you're kind of like locked in this deal, especially
It
digitally.
it is, and then sometimes you can't return it, or like if you go from GameStop and if you have it for a little while, heard a lot of people say that they don't usually give you full money back, but sometimes you do if you go like when you're supposed to and don't keep it for like a few days over the limit.
It's that, I used to work for GameStop, and it's like if you bought it new, yeah, if you want to return it, it has to be unopened. Literally, you cannot play it. Like, it has to be still wrapped.
Oh, I did not know that, but
Yeah.
hey, I did work there too for like seasonal.
Oh, yeah. No, I was there as a yeah, I was an employee, like a more full-on employee.
Um,
But no, with that, I just find it, the gaming community has a general consensus now. Just they're like, just don't pre-order, just buy it after. Like, don't give in to the hype. Like Deus
right.
Ex, the latest game, Mankind Divided, they had like a pre-order incentive. What so if you pre-order the game, and a lot of people other like there are these tiers that, oh, we'll include this, we'll include that. I'm like, why? And just include it anyways. Or at
Right.
best, DLC after. Like, the one thing I really hate, the one thing that annoys the living shit out of me is season passes.
Oh yeah, those they're always so expensive. They're about as much as the game.
And they
And
people like retailers will shove it down your throat. Like, you want to get the season pass? And I'm like, no.
yeah, especially if they have like a lot of stuff coming out. They always come out with the map packs or the add-ons after the game is out, and then you have to like, oh well, everybody else is getting these map packs, and then if I want to play with them on these maps, then you got to get these.
Like the only thing the season pass does is it's like a little cheaper collectively, and you get
Yeah.
early access to it like a week beforehand. If as long as it like usually a week early access, and so figuratively, if you wait a week, and if you check out the DLC and you're like, maybe I don't want to buy it because I always hate if I buy a season pass and I get like a DLC, some of the DLC content that released I really didn't like, and I'm sitting here saying to myself, I could have just saved my money and bought these DLC packs individually and not buy the ones I
Right.
really don't want to buy. Because
Right.
very rarely I will shell out money for a season pass. And very rarely now. Like, I only did it with Battlefield, really, and I probably might or may not do it depending on my mood. But Call of Duty, I always buy the DLC packs individually. You know,
Right. I want. I still have. I only have two map packs to this day on Black Ops 2, and I want to get the other two because I'm a real big fan of Black Ops 2. But the only other game that I have the season pass for is Call of Duty Ghost.
oh God, no,
I
God.
know,
Oh
I
my
know,
God, yeah, that's yeah,
but
like.
That's my favorite game, though. I mean, I actually did pretty good in it when it first came out. I'm Master Prestige on it, and I don't get enough
Wow.
time to play. I don't get enough time to play on any of the other ones. If not, I would be there in on all the other ones already.
Man, you heard it here, folks. It's a Call of Duty player that actually like Ghost. But with that,
I'm a big fan.
at the end of the day, it's divided subject. Like, Lover, to you, are you still gonna pre-order games, or are you just gonna pre-order the games that you know you're going to enjoy? Like, they can do no wrong.
Well, there's two that I thought about pre-ordering, and I mean, if I think it looks like it's gonna look pretty cool, and sometimes they always make those trailers on TV. They make those trailers they look so awesome. But then when you get the game, you're like, man, online gameplay is not like this, because you gotta get up there and you gotta do it, and you could die trying to do what they showed you to do in the trailer.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pre-order some games in the future that I might not like, or I might.
So there are certain games out there that I will pre-order without a doubt, like Death Stranding, Hideo Kojima's next game. It's a no-brainer for me because I'm a
Yeah,
huge fan of his games, like the Metal Gear series I loved and enjoyed, and the Zone of the Enders as well. With that, there are some other games I'm teeter-totting. Like I know I'm gonna pick it up. I don't
yeah,
know if I'm gonna pick it up almost at the last possible second because, again, I like to pre-order games digitally because I can pre-download them before, so at midnight I can just automatically play it instead of going to the store, then going home, then installing it, then updating it. No, it is all done then and there. So that's why I love digital game purchases like that, digital
yeah.
distribution. But it's dicey. It really is honestly dicey. It's like personally, it's up to you. You know, I wouldn't be pre-ordering every game that I think like, oh, this one looks good. No, this one looks amazing. I'll just pre-order it just to be sure. Like, no, like be smart about
Go
this.
through the go
Do
through the list of games and pre-order. Now that would
Yeah,
not be a
no,
good idea.
no, like just do your research and just
Yeah.
follow the community. The community has a great wealth of information. They got many opinions, many consensus on certain things. Just do that. Like because it's like pre-orders is now becoming more of a negative than a positive to me. So with that though, I'm gonna end it off there. Miss Wing Lover, any last things you want to say to the people listening out there?
Um. Not really, except it was fun talking on this though, I'll tell you that.
They, yep, it is. And folks, make sure to check out her YouTube page. It'll be down in the description box below with a link. Also, folks, for me, again, just it's pre-orders are becoming to me more of a negative than a positive. So just really do your research and see what the community thinks. It's always good to get a lot of opinions on a
And
game.
second guess it. And
Yes,
second guess it.
yes. Go in and be like, is this going to be even worth it? So
Know that you like the brand and the maker before you decide to go for
well, that and like if
it.
you buy it 60 bucks and like literally a month later they price drop it, I'm gonna feel pretty stupid.
Oh man, I hate that.
With that, folks, I'm gonna end it off here today. Post down in the comment box. What do you think? Are you gonna be doing pre-orders this year or not? Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe down below, or subscribe up here technically. But either way, folks, this is Geeky Man here with Ms. Wing Lover signing out. And remember, stay geeky, my friends.